All right, welcome back to the channel. So the undisputed champion at 140 pounds, Josh Taylor. We all know he's fighting Jack Catterall this week coming up. And Josh Taylor says he wants Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm going to break it down for y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please sure that you like and subscribe to the channel to get all your latest boxing news. With that being said, Josh Taylor wants Gervonta Tank Davis. This isn't the first time that Josh Taylor has called out Gervonta Tank Davis. Josh Taylor stated that last year he would love to make the fight between him and Gervonta Tank Davis, and now Josh Taylor is stating that there ain't no way that Gervonta Tank Davis is the real WBA champion because Josh Taylor holds the WBA super belt and Gervonta Tank Davis is clearly fighting for secondary belts. The only belt that Gervonta Tank Davis is not a secondary belt in the weight class that he fought was 130 pounds. He had the WBA super belt and beat Leo Santa Cruz for it. With that being said, this is a fight that I would love to see Gervonta Tank Davis in, because I think Gervonta Tank Davis is seasoned. Gervonta Tank Davis has not been fighting the best opposition in a lot of people's eyes, and I feel like that Josh Taylor wants to see what Gervonta Tank Davis is made of. People quite argue this a while back that Josh Taylor could lose against Gervonta Tank Davis, but I don't think that Josh Taylor can lose against Gervonta Tank Davis. I think if Josh Taylor fights Gervonta Tank Davis fight, he could lose and get himself knocked out. But it already been confirmed that Gervonta Tank Davis power has translated at 140 pounds. So there's no doubt that Gervonta Tank Davis could potentially knock out Josh Taylor. But I feel like that Josh Taylor could be a little bit too much to handle for Gervonta Tank Davis. I think that Josh Taylor is big. He's rangy. He's got a lot of boxing ability. He has that inner dog in him as well. I think Josh Taylor could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Sorry, guys. And I think that Gervonta Tank Davis needs to be tested. There shouldn't be no excuse why we can't see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Josh Taylor. Obviously, Josh Taylor said he is willing. He is willing, if he's successful against Jack Catterall, he is willing to have one more fight at 140 for a special person, and that fight is with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, we know the power that may be with Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather. They're going to look at the style matchup. They're going to watch film on Josh Taylor probably, and they're going to look at this and probably say, no, this is a bad style matchup for Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't think that this fight would never come to fruition between Gervonta Tank Davis and Josh Taylor because of the things that Floyd Mayweather says. And we already seen from Gervonta Tank Davis that he does not care about the belts, and Floyd Mayweather does not care about the belts at all, because Floyd Mayweather says the belts doesn't make the fighters make the belts and stuff like that. And I feel like that this will be a great fight at the end of the day, and it's just not going to happen because Gervonta Tank Davis, he don't like to lose money, and Floyd Mayweather doesn't like to lose money. And like I said before, why fight the best opposition? And you could just fight B-level, C-level fighters and get the biggest money. You know, why fix something that it ain't broken? And I feel like this would be a good fight for the diehard boxing fans to see, but I don't see this fight happen because Floyd Mayweather is not interested in the belts. Gervonta Tank Davis not interested in the belts, and Gervonta Tank Davis was not interested in the belts from the begin with, because George Kambosos Jr. and Lou DiBella was willing to make a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis in Australia, and Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe did not have no interest because they knew that George Kambosos Jr. was not a big star and he wasn't going to sell. So he told George Kambosos Jr., we don't want your belts. We'll fight you without the belts. So they could potentially make this fight happen. Gervonta Tank Davis, I think that since you told George Kambosos that you will fight him without the belts, I'm sure that you can make an agreement that you don't have to fight Josh Taylor with the belts. You can fight him without the belts. And Josh Taylor said he's willing to do anything to make the fight happen. We know Josh Taylor is with Top Rank and stuff like that. And Josh Taylor, tells Bob, look, you're going to have to make me these big fights because I want to fight the best of the best. And shout out to Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor is a man on a mission. A lot of people feel like that Josh Taylor had a harder route than Terrence Crawford at the 140-pound division. A lot of people wants to see the last two undisputed junior welterweights go face-to-face between Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor. I think that would be a great fight. Josh Taylor also stated that he can beat Terrence Crawford. He watched Terrence Crawford for a very long time, and he know he could beat Terrence Crawford because Josh Taylor could potentially go up to 147. But there should be no excuse from Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe not to make a fight for Gervonta Tank Davis versus Josh Taylor. I just don't think it's going to happen because of the business of boxing. And this will be a major step-up fight for Gervonta Tank Davis, because it gives him a shot for undisputed and rectify his name as legacy. And Gervonta Tank Davis is probably not going to get this fight because he has to fight a WBA mandatory at 135 against Rolly Romero, who said he was willing to campaign at 140, but now it seems they're going back to 135. So we don't know the whole situation if they're going to fight Rolly Romero, because due to the allegations that Rolly Romero was facing. So we don't know what's potentially going to happen. But with that being said, Josh Taylor said he is willing to stay one more fight with Gervonta Tank Davis at 140 pounds, and he feels like Gervonta Tank Davis is ducking the best opposition, and he wants Gervonta Tank Davis to stop all that ducking and come see me at 140 pounds. So we're going to see if what Gervonta Tank Davis team and Leonard Ellerbe and and Floyd Mayweather respond. And also, I got to point this out: Josh Taylor also has the UK fans that back him up a lot. And the UK fans support their fighters heavy more than American fighters. So this will be a great fight to make, because you can make a lot of money off this fight, because Josh Taylor has the diehard loving boxing fans of the UK. With that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.